This episode is presented to you in the form of an audiobook.
11:38 p.m. The room was completely silent. The lights were off. Only the soft glow of a phone screen lit up a girl's face. Her name was Anaya. She had promised herself she wouldn't check his profile again. She had promised herself she wouldn't think about him tonight. But somehow, her fingers opened Instagram on their own. She searched his name. His profile appeared instantly. He had posted a new story. She watched it. Then watched it again. Then closed the app as if nothing had happened. If someone had entered her room at that moment, they would have laughed. Because the same girl who spent 20 minutes watching his profile would ignore his message the next morning. And that's exactly what happened. At 9:14 a.m., her phone vibrated. It was him. Hey. Just 3 letters. Nothing special. Nothing romantic. But somehow, her heartbeat doubled. She stared at the notification, smiled, locked her phone, and walked away. Not because she didn't care, but because she cared too much. People think girls are complicated. But the truth is, their emotions are often fighting against each other. One side whispers, "Reply now." The other side screams, "Wait. Don't let him know." And most of the time, fear wins. Anaya wasn't playing games. She wasn't trying to make him chase her. She was simply afraid. Afraid that if she replied too quickly, he'd think she was desperate. Afraid that if she showed too much excitement, he would lose interest. So she waited. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 30 minutes. 1 hour. Every minute felt longer than the last. She opened the chat. Typed. "Hi." Deleted it. Typed again. "Sorry, I was busy." Deleted that too. Finally, she put her phone upside down on the table. But her mind never left the conversation. This is something many people never understand. Sometimes the girl who takes hours to reply has already imagined the conversation 100 times in her head. She isn't ignoring you. She's overthinking every single word. Every emoji. Every full stop. Every possibility. What if I sound boring? What if he leaves me on scene? What if he doesn't actually like me? The brain starts creating problems that don't even exist. A few days later, they met at college. He waved. She nodded. Nothing more. Her friends looked at her and whispered, "Why are you acting so cold?" She smiled and changed the topic. How could she explain that she wasn't cold at all? Inside her chest, there was a storm. Outside, there was silence. That afternoon she came home, opened her diary, and wrote just one sentence. "I wish people knew how much I care without me having to say it." Then she closed the diary and cried for reasons she couldn't even explain. Psychologists often say that human beings protect what matters most. Some people lock money inside safes. Some people lock memories inside journals. And some girls lock their feelings behind a smile. Because showing emotions feels risky. Hiding them feels safer. At least in the beginning. Anaya had learned this lesson years ago. When she was 16. She liked someone for the first time. She told him. He laughed with his friends. Nothing broke physically that day. But something inside her quietly did. From that moment, she made an invisible promise to herself. Never let anyone know first. That promise stayed with her. Even after years. Even after healing. Even after meeting someone genuinely kind. Pain has a strange way of teaching survival. Unfortunately, Survival doesn't always lead to happiness. Sometimes it creates distance. One evening, she received another message. This time it wasn't just, "Hey." It was, "Everything okay? You seem different." She read it. Again. 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 She wanted to write, "I'm scared of getting attached." She wanted to say, "I wait for your texts every day." She wanted to confess, "I replay our conversations before sleeping." Instead, she sent one line. "Yeah. I'm fine." And that one sentence hit 1,000 unsaid emotions. The funny thing about pretending not to care is that eventually people believe you. He started texting less. She noticed immediately. But her ego whispered, "Don't text first." Days became weeks. Conversations became shorter. The silence grew louder. Still, she refused to break it. Because sometimes the fear of rejection is stronger than the desire for connection. If you asked her friends, they would say she had moved on. If you asked him, he would say she never cared. If you asked Anaya, she would simply smile and say, "It doesn't matter." But every night, before sleeping, she still searched his name. Still read old chats. Still wondered, what if I had just replied that day? Here's the part nobody talks about. Girls don't always hide feelings because they're mysterious. Sometimes they hide them because they've been taught to. Don't look desperate. Don't chase. Don't show too much emotion. Let him make the first move. These sentences slowly become beliefs. And beliefs become behavior. Without realizing it, a girl who only wanted to protect her heart starts building walls around it. Walls so high that even the right person can't climb them. Anaya wasn't pretending because she enjoyed the distance. She was pretending because she thought distance would protect her. But she didn't realize one painful truth. Distance doesn't only keep heartbreak away. Sometimes, it keeps love away too. And that realization would change everything. Just not today. Because tomorrow, she would receive a message she never expected. A message that would force her to choose between fear